sleep very much or eat very much that week, but I still managed to do it. And I thought to myself, I can never ever say that I don't have any time anymore. I've just ruined one of my main excuses. I can never say that I have no more time, that I have no time, because I clearly do. And
it's a shift, the mental shift, the perspective that we all do. We all limit ourselves one way or another.
right. Hello.
Welcome. I'm Andrea Parc.
And I'm Alexa Dumitru.
And this is Alive Again, a podcast where attorneys and other professionals meet to discuss real life challenges and decisions that shape our lives. Today is just the two of us to share insights from the conference that we attended over the weekend in Miami, where I was a speaker. Actually, I had an interview, and I had a very insightful awareness on how we all go through the same issues, and very few of us actually acknowledge them, allow ourselves to be aware of them. And being in Miami, of course, gorgeous weather. We were on the beach, and I realized the wonderful gift that I have with awareness, being aware of my thoughts. Of course, I'm only human. And of course, I have thoughts all the time. And I realized that I was on the beach, and instead of enjoying the water and the sun, I was thinking of what am I going to do when I come back home. And I said, no, that's not what we're doing. And I brought myself back to enjoying the sand and the beach and the sun, being in the present moment and being aware of my thoughts and my presence, and accepting that I'm only human and letting things go.
I was just talking about that with my therapist this morning, that I feel like for so long I was considered lazy. And everybody, I didn't have the motivation to get up in the morning and do things. And now I feel like having my own business and doing what I really truly love and what I'm passionate about, I feel like the switch has flipped. And now can't stop thinking about what my next project is. And sometimes I have the same realization of, okay, we stop here and we are present in where we are, but also creativity comes from everywhere. It's kind of hard to make differentiation sometimes.
Yeah, and in today's society, a lot of us are looking for something else. We're looking for different jobs, something else to do, a different car, a different zip code, more and more and more. And we don't actually realize that things and ideas and creativity comes from being present without doing anything, just being.
Yeah. That's why they say the best ideas come in the shower, right? Because you're not thinking about creating from unexpected places. I think that's in the creative field, though. I don't know. I mean, I've never had a non-creative job, so
I
don't know what it means to have a life.
It's the gift that I feel I have. I'm grateful for this gift of having the time and space to reflect.
Right.
Because I understand for people that have a 9-to-5 job, that they're always in a rush, rushing to go to work, rushing to get things done, rushing to get to a meeting or to prepare. And they don't have time to think and to reflect. And also it's hard to get ideas when you're rushing to the next thing always. So this realization of me being on the beach was great. Yeah.
I had no problems detaching from my work on the beach. I was so happy. And now we got back home and it's so cold.
And another insight that I had and how I started this podcast is, so at the conference, it was about personal value and success and what each of us understands by being successful and where is coming from. And I was interviewed and I told my story, how I was
Abbreviated version, obviously, yeah.
Yes, of how I was stuck before in an image of success that came from fears, and now it's a different image of success that comes from the love of what I'm doing. And at the end of the conference, people came to me, and some of them were really angry on the story. You didn't deserve this. You should not have gone through this. Well, to me at this point is at the point where I'm accepting, because it was
a blessing.
That
Right.
what it took for me to wake up.
Right.
Because as Dr. David Hawkins states, as a result of years and years of research, is that more than 80% of people live below the level of courage on his consciousness scale. That means that most of us are stuck in fear, avoidance, and denial. So I accept that love, success, money, relationships are my birthright, but we only take action from where our consciousness is at that level, at that point in time when we're making decisions. So if we don't know better, we can take better decisions. So as unfortunate as it is, some of us might need to suffer to wake up.
Yeah, and I feel that I don't want to generalize, but at the same time I do, because I don't think a lot of people change just by being told. Like with a kid, right? You can't tell the kid the stove is hot and they're just gonna, I mean, they do blindly believe you, but they don't really understand it until they touch the stove, right? So I don't
Experience
is the best professor, and I don't personally. How many times have you told me things and I was like, oh, she's nagging me again. So she's just nagging me and nagging me and nagging me. And until I didn't wake up, there have been times that I'm like, why didn't you tell me about this? And you're like, I did tell you. You just didn't, like,
Process.
went by your ears.
Because your level of consciousness was not there to understand what I meant.
Right.
And earlier today, I was talking to a lady who went through several changes in her career. And I asked her why and how, because so many people are stuck in the same job for years and even lifetimes. How? What happened? I'm super interested in what happens in people's minds that actually take action and change their life, make changes in their lives for bettering their life. And there are people who are conscious and they act from love and from a higher consciousness, and others who are stuck in fear and denial and they act accordingly.
Right. I was talking to
And for those people, going through suffering is the only way to wake up.
I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about an event that she wants to do. And, we were just talking about it and having personal experience with these events. We were just talking and brainstorming, and she kept telling me, well, I don't have any time. Well, I don't have this. Well, I don't have that. And I said, you don't have to be afraid, because you don't learn anything and you don't grow without experimentation. You don't need to come from a place of fear. You can come from a place of experimentation and fun and, excitement. And she's like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. It's not coming from a place of fear. Trust me, I don't need to be scared of anything. Okay. And I let her come around.
Yeah. And this saying that a lot of us have, I don't have time, is a limitation that we put on ourselves, because we do have time, plenty of time actually, if we manage ourselves better. And you have a very interesting experience that totally shifted your perspective on this. Do you want me to say it, or you can say it?
Thank you for throwing me under the
No.
bus. So 2 weeks ago, I was preparing for leaving to Miami, and I had these 2 dresses to make for us. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have any time. Like, I'm worried about the time. And so Wednesday of last week, so I had a week to prepare for Miami, or a week and a half, whatever, doesn't matter. I get a call from someone saying that she was a stylist, and she's like, oh, I need a shirt for my client who's going to Paris Fashion Week, and we're leaving on Sunday. This was Wednesday evening. I said, yep, whatever it is for Paris, I won't sleep till Sunday. And I met with them, and I ended up doing 2 different shirts for them. And not only did I finish by Saturday, so I finished early with the shirts, but I finished early with our dresses, and I got some other pants done in the meantime also. So in a week, I did 5, 6 pieces, and I thought to myself after that week, I didn't sleep very much or eat very much that week, but I still managed to do it. And I thought to myself, I can never ever say that I don't have any time anymore. I've just ruined one of my main excuses. I can never say that I have no more time, that I have no time, because I clearly do. And
it's a shift, the mental shift, the perspective that we all do. We all limit ourselves one way or another.
Right, but at the same time, again, I didn't sleep or eat that week, so...
Because it was your first time doing this. But while you get used to it, you will get into the habit of working and producing without the limitation of not having time or not having ideas, or because that's exactly what we discussed regarding the conference, is where you're coming from with your mindset. Is it from a place of fear where I can do this, I'm not good enough, I don't have time, I don't have ideas, all the limitations and limiting beliefs that we're creating for ourselves, or from a place of understanding, acceptance, love, forgiveness for ourselves, where I've never done this, but
for Paris Fashion Week, I'll figure it out.
I'm sure I'm confident in my powers and in my skill that I can do this. And of course, the first time probably it would be harder, but as you said, you didn't eat or sleep. But you did it. And this is the best confirmation that you can. And that's because you said yes. And you said yes to yourself.
Right, but now I've gone into the opposite territory of where is the line of biting off more than I can chew, right?
That's something that you will learn with experience. I mean, now you're at the beginning, and before you were afraid to say yes because you believed you don't have time. Now you probably have too many projects already, but you will get to the balance. How many days can I work to complete a project without eating or sleeping? Or instead of saying yes to a project in a week, you can extend it to 10 days.
That's what I started saying. I started saying to everybody, give me a 2-week heads up.
You will find a balance into your rhythm of work that
maybe at some point I can hire somebody to help me with easier things.
Yeah.
That's something that I think I'm looking into.
Delegating. Because being a control freak is not
good.
No.
Doesn't go anywhere.
No.
Because you end up not eating or sleeping.
Yeah.
So
you can train and you can express your expectations well, because we know from prior experiences that if you don't express your expectations well, it's not going too well.
Right.
But if you do that, then might as well try and have somebody that is good to help you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
So more being and less doing, into rushing on the next thing, because everything that's for us is coming to us. It's ours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else that you took from the conference and from this trip that you would like to mention?
It's so nice being warm. Oh, that's something that seasonal depression is real.
Yeah, I don't know. As much as I like the warmth and the beach and the sun, coming back home, seeing the frozen water, and I still, after 27 years in New York, I still feel New York as home. Frozen and cold, and it's home. And it's that warmth of being home, that feeling of home.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that same feeling towards New York, but
Yeah, I do. All right. Anything else? Okay, so thank you for listening.
Thank you.
If you would like to hear more and listen to our future guests, please subscribe and follow us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.